It's the last month. You guess? You guessing? You know. Right. We have the new year coming up. So this has to be the last month. Okay. All right. All praises. You know. All praises to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Yeah. We in the last month. Hopefully we in the last year. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I mean, I don't know how many people want to be here next year and continue working and slaving. We want to get out of here, Con. All right. So the Mashiach said it best that he said, make sure that our righteousness exceeds the righteousness of the scribes and the Pharisees, right? So that's very important that we do that. So as always, we start out with Colossians chapter 3, verse 17.
Colossians 3 and 17. And whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all by Hashem Mashiach Yahushai, giving thanks to the Most High and the Father by him, by Hashem Mashiach Yahushai, Yad, Aman.
Right, hallelujah. Always giving praises to the power that's in heaven, and the angels that's watching over us. So, so we mentioned in the 12th month. So what's so special about this month? Can anybody tell me? It's the last month before the Passover, right? But we have something special in this month that's going to happen. Con? All right. What's that day? Is it who? All right, hallelujah. Purim. You got to say it loud. Purim, right. You got to say it loud, man. You got to say it with conviction. Purim, right? And we knew when we was in the world, we knew when Christmas was. And we was like, hey, we had our Christmas fun and we started it early, right? Started it in maybe June, 6 months, and every time you got paid, you put a little bit of money in there, and then when Christmas came around, you bought a gift. Right? So, we got to get ready. We don't do that anymore. So we got to come back to who we are, and we're Israelites, and we don't keep Christmas anymore. Con? That was a low con. That was a low con. Maybe somebody might be double dipping. Somebody might be keeping Christmas and Purim and Hanukkah. We can't be double dipping, man. We gotta get with it, So just establish what's going on here in this month. Let's just get real quick. Esther, the 9th chapter. Nine and I'm gonna start at 17.
Book of Esther 9 verse 17.
I'm sorry, 16. 16 is good.
9 and 16.
Right.
But the other Jews that were in the king's promises gathered themselves together and stood for their lives and had rest from their enemies.
Right.
And slew of their foes 70 and 5,000, but they laid not their hands on the prey.
Right.
On the 13th day of the month Adar, and on the 14th day of the same rested day, and made it a day of feasting and gladness.
Right. So this day and this month, the 14th and the 15th day, that's going to be the day that we're going to be resting, right? And we're going to, gather ourselves together for the high holy day Purim that we're going to have. Con? All right. So, and what month is this again? The 12th month, right? And what is it called? Because we just read it. Oh, yeah. Right? Read 17, huh?
On the 13th day of the month of Adar,
right.
On the 14th day of the same rested day, and made it a day of feasting and gladness.
Right. So on the 14th day, right? 13th and 14th day, we rested and made feasting and gladness because of our triumph, that we triumphed over these nations that was trying to conquer us, right? Which was, he's going to say? Right, I know. And, of course, we're going to keep the Nicanor and the Purim, right? Nicanor will be the 13th, and the 14th and 15th day will be Purim, right? So we can read on in 18.
But the Jews that were at Shushan assembled themselves together on the 13th day thereof, and the 14th thereof, and the 15th day of the same they rested and made it a day of feasting and gladness.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, the Jews of the villages that dwelt in the unwalled towns made the 14th day of the month Adar a day of gladness and feasting and a good day, and of sending portions one to another.
Right. So they were sending portions one to another, like you would see, like we would like gamble and do things like that, and like we agreed on, giving each other gifts and stuff like that, and we're gonna be, dwelling together, and mirth means laughter. We're gonna have fun, during this time in Purim, right? So tonight is the new moon, the month Adar, right? The first month, right? Oh, I'm sorry, the 12th month of the year, right? Read on.
Right. It says sending portions. Don't be
Right.
afraid to loose your pocket for your
Right.
brother and sister. This is the time we we do the birthday thing in the world. We did the Christmas stuff like that. We
Right.
sang. So this is our holy day holidays that we can actually give a gift, without feeling like we're doing something against Torah. Right? This is a part of our culture, in the nation. Right, 20. And Mordecai wrote these things and sent letters unto all the Jews that were in all the provinces of the king of Azarias, both nigh and far, to stay among them, that they should keep the 14th day of the month Adar, and on the 15th day of the same yearly.
Right. So this is something that we have to do, man. This is in our culture. We put away the Christmas, we put away the Thanksgiving, we put away all these so-called holidays. Let's call them so-called holidays, because they're really not holidays, right? Huh? Yeah, holidays, as the chief minister said. So we put away those things, right? We coming into our heritage. So we got to put away the old man, put away that old sister. We're that new creature that the Most High want us to be, right? So this thing is the 12th month, the 15th day, 14th and 15th day of the month, and it's called Adar, right? And we send portions to each other. We played games with each other. We cast lots. It's going to be a fun-filled family day. Just like in, how you like to take the children to the circus, or you take them to a family day out in the park or something like that. This is going to be a lot better than that, because we dwell in righteousness. Khan? All right, that's what we have to remember. So I just want to touch on what month this is, and and what's going to be happening in this month. Khan? All right. So let's get Romans. I'm sorry. You could drop down to 25. I didn't finish this. 25 and 26. You stay here, Esther. 25
Esther
and 26.
9 and 25.
Right.
But when Esther came before the king, he commanded by letters that his wicked device, which he devised against the Jews,
Right.
should return upon his own head, and that he and his sons should be hanged on the gallows.
Right.
Wherefore they call these days Purim, after the name of Pur. Therefore, for all the words of this letter, and all that which they had seen concerning this matter, and which had come unto them.
Right. So during this time also, Esther prevailed. She fasted and prayed, with the whole nation, that the king would not put our nation to death. Right. Because there was, the guy was setting the king up. You know what I mean? He's setting them up to the point where, they was about to put all of us to death. But through fasting and prayer, that's a big thing in Israel. You see, we have a power, but we have to tap into that power. How we do that? Fasting and praying. That thing is very serious. We have to remember that this is something that is just not asked for us to do just for the Day of Atonement. The Day of Atonement is a time that we, afflict our soul, but the Most High never said that that's the only day that we should fast. We should fast for our patriots. certain times, certain things happen to our brothers in Israel. We may need to do a fast. You may be going personally. You may not have to do a fast. But with fasting and prayer comes a lot of power, right? And this is how the Most High, He heard our prayer and received our supplication. All right. All right. You can drop that. You get Romans now. Romans 15, verse 4.
Romans 15, verse 4. And whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning,
Right.
that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
Right. So for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning. So that's why we went back to Esther to see how did we prevail during this tough time, right? how did we get past, the king, that was ready to put us to death? How did we do that? Through fasting and pray. So we always have to reflect back to the old time. We always have to reflect back and see what happened so that we can deal with the challenges that is coming to us today. Because now, Satan is dealing with the people that are in charge, right? We under, it says USA, under Satan's authority, right? So when they make their changes and their systems, it affects us, right? We have to fast and pray and stay steadfast in the word of Yah. Khan? All right. So now we're going to get into the new moon. Let's get Numbers.
Right. So the Most High said that these things were written aforetime for our learning. So a lot of times, in modern days, young generation or this millennial, they feel like they want to reinvent the wheel, right? Do things differently. The Most High gave us the blueprint, right? Our ancestors, they set forth the things that we need to do, right? And there's nothing that we need to change except to be what? To be obedient to His laws, statutes, commandments. Right before our eyes, we see things going on. There's an agenda that's going on right before our eyes, and a lot of us asleep on it. How they're attacking mainly the nation of Israel, but you have this thing to feminize the black man. You understand? This attack they use in Dwayne Wade and the Gabriel Union, and they're crafty with it because they say, well, we'll use a black couple because it won't seem obvious, right? So conspiracy to destroy black boys. So we're at a point now that we're voluntarily, as a nation, destroying our nation. Hold on. Give me Deuteronomy 23. Deuteronomy 23:1, because we just, I think Dwayne Wade is talking about he wants to cut off his son's private part. Right. So we know that things like this is totally against the law of the Most High. Right. But then they still, in the same mouth, they talk about they believe in God, they believe in the Messiah. Right. So we see that this is all hypocrisy according to the scriptures. Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23, verse 1.
Come on.
He that is wounded in the stones, or hath his privy member cut off, shall not enter the congregation of the Most High.
Read that again.
Deuteronomy chapter 23 and verse 1. He that is wounded in the stones,
come on,
or his privy member cut off, shall not enter into the congregation of the Most High.
Shall not enter into the congregation. So has anybody read this verse to Dwayne Wade? Okay. So they're telling you right now that they are strategically preventing their son from entering the kingdom of the Most High. Okay. How at 11, 12 years old, you're talking about you're going to give your son a sex change? Come. His mother, well, his biological mother is not, she didn't even want him going to live with them. The biological mother. Oh, she is. I don't know. I don't know. Come.
I did read an article where Dwayne Wade's ex-wife
Yeah, she's against it.
Yeah.
She's totally against it. Right? But we see that it's a broad agenda that's going on. Okay? To have a place where the young men don't know how to be men and the women know how to be women. Okay? Going away from the oracles of the Most High. Okay? The Most High set up these orders in heaven that we want to put on, on earth. So a big example of this is Bruce Jenner, right? Now he's Caitlyn. Now he wants to go back to being a man. He don't know what he wants. Right? But these people, give me a Job 9:24. These people are setting forth their agenda. But we got to understand that a lot of people come up with all these bright ideas about trying to, it's not only Donald Trump talking about make America great again. You have some of our people that are trying to acquire land and talking about buy up America when we know that America is destined to be destroyed. Okay. In our minds, we should be thinking about how can we get out of this place. A lot of the powers that be, the rich people here, they have all these offshore accounts. They have money in different countries. A lot of countries, European countries, don't even take U.S. currency. Okay. When I stopped over in Russia and Poland, a lot of these other, in Israel, a lot of places, they don't want to take U.S. currency. They want you to change your money. They don't even want to take it because the U.S. currency is worthless. Nothing back in the U.S. dollar. Read that.
The book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24.
Come on.
The earth.
The what?
The earth.
Come on.
Is given into the hand of the wicked.
Right. So the whole entire planet Earth is given to the hand of the wicked. Okay. So, but the dispensation of the wicked's time is coming to an end. So that's why we got to be in our P's and Q's. We can't be out here caught lacking. Okay. Because the enemies, the power that be, the satanic forces, there's a fight going out there between good and evil, the spiritual battle. And it's going to come to a point where it's going to get physical. But we wait ye upon him. The time is going to come that, it's going to get physical. But right now, we got to get our mind right, our spirit right to get to that point. Okay? Many of us are going to be given what? Spiritual power. Not on this side. Because how are we going to defeat the powers that be? You got, America has established a space force. Okay. They know that they're getting ready, okay, to fight the holy angels, the Mashak. They're going to, in their sick little mind, they think that they can get prepared to fight the powers of heaven. Okay. While we're battling here on earth, you got cats fighting over drug corners and fighting to be millionaires, billionaires in America. When the powers that be here on earth they know that they're getting ready to fight. All our people want to do is go to the party, play video games. Okay. The foolery, you see the foolery on YouTube. Read that again.
Job 9:24.
Come on.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Come on.
He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
He what?
He covered the faces of the judges thereof.
Right. So all the apostles, the Messiah, the Most High himself, okay, they just had Valentine's Day. They had the Cupid, a little baby with the wings. Okay. Everything they have covered. Okay. So they always say that, well, nobody knows what the color Messiah looks like, but how come this image always goes up throughout the earth? Okay, I stopped over in Poland on my way to Israel. I bought a magazine there. They still showing him as a Caucasian. But as soon as you come out and say, well, he's a man of color, it's an issue.
You're racist.
Okay? Color doesn't matter. But the truth matters. Okay, there was a video I put out there about the Russian icon. The icon means what? A true religious picture. They have the true image of Christ, Hamashiach, Mary, the disciples as black men, Mary as a black woman. Okay. America is the only place that worships a white Christ. The popes in Rome and all these, they bow down to the Black Madonna, which is who? Black Mary. Right. Okay, the mother of Christ. But what? Our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
You finish that?
Give me Isaiah 30. Isaiah 30. 30 and 1.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 1.
Come on.
Woe to the rebellious children.
Right, so woe means what? Destruction. Read again.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 1.
Come on.
Woe to the rebellious children.
So the Most High is saying that our children, the children of Israel, is a rebellious nation. Okay, we were the only nation on earth that was fed manna from heaven. You ever notice why the other nations, they hate us in the spirit? They don't know why they hate us. They just have this perpetual hatred for us because they know that the Most High only loved Israel. But how do we repay the Most High? By being rebellious. Okay, if this was any other nation, this place would be packed. The Chinese would be here, all the other, it would be packed if they celebrate their holidays. Okay, but because our children are rebellious, we go against the word of the Most High. Read that again.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 1.
Come on.
Woe to the rebellious children.
Come on.
Saith the Most High.
Read.
That take counsel.
They what?
But that take counsel.
Come on.
But not of me.
Right, they take counsel, but not of me. Dwayne Wade said that his son sat him down and he broke it down to him about what he's going through. How the hell can an 11-year-old tell grown parents, this is what I want to do? Okay, give me that children rule over. Hold that. So we can see that this Bible, a lot of people like to think that the Bible is a fairy tale book, but the Bible is real. We can see things happen in society as we speak. The Bible is the only book that never has to be updated. It'll stand the test of times. You don't have to be recopyrighted or updated or add this, take away that. Read that.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 3, verse 12. As for my people.
As for what?
As for my people.
Come on.
Children are their oppressors.
Read that again.
As for my people.
Come on.
Children are their oppressors.
Come on.
And women rule over them.
Right. Children are oppressors and women rule over them. Okay. You want to talk about, they talk about children being like children's welfare. They bring people out to this. What are they? This is a crime. What they're doing to the son. He had on some long fingernails, and you saw the pose. The way he had the pose, like he was purposely showing the nails. Like he wanted to let you know that he's got these long fingernails on.
Why did DCF then come to Dwayne Wade's house? You know what I mean? Because, you know, if that would have happened to one of us, I mean, think about it. One of your children fall down and hit their head. You have to take them to the hospital. The first thing they ask him, well, what happened? Right? And you say, well, you know, he fell down, he was asleep, or he fell off the couch. Well, why is he sleeping on the couch? They ask you all these questions. Next you know, the people knocking at your door, you know. I'm telling you right away. So why, when they talk about cutting this guy's privy member off, nobody's knocking on his door? You know, they use our people to push their agenda. I mean, even though Barack Obama is not our people, but they use him because he's a colored face to pass that, you know, same-sex marriage. And now they're using Dwayne Wade to pass this, you know, I don't even know what to call it. Transgender. Yeah.
Right, come on.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 3, verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee, cause thee to err.
Right, they that lead thee, these false leaders, Creflo Dollar, TD Snakes, Okay, where they have they speak a little boozy. He spoke out against it, right? About Dwayne Wade. They barred him from the gym that he works out at. Okay, and Game, this guy Game, the rapper Game's supposed to be some type of blood, some type of gangster. He said he agrees with what Dwayne Wade is doing. He said he's doing a remarkable job as a dad. Okay, so this is the mindset, this is the mentality. Because why? Go back to Isaiah 30.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 1.
Come on.
Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Most High,
Read.
That take counsel, but not of me.
Right, they take counsel, but not of the Most High Yah. Because this country has established all these laws that 2 men can get married. Right? 2 women can get married. You can change your sex. They're taking counsel of this world. But the Most High said the things that were written aforetime was what? For our learning. Right? So what Dwayne Wade is doing to his son, that is actual child abuse. Right. Okay. That's child abuse on the highest level.
That's what I was saying. Nobody's knocking on his door. That's crazy. Our children fall down and they knocking on our door.
Right. Scrape
their knee, they're knocking on our door. If you even make an accusation or somebody even say, well, you know what, I think this guy might be touching my daughter. Do you know how fast the police will be at your door? Here it is, this guy transforming his 11-year-old son from a man to a woman. But you know they have a problem now. They can do the surgery to transfer you over from man to female, but they trying to figure out how they're going to be able to transfer you back over.
He can't do it.
It's a science project going wrong.
Can't do it. Hey, what's his name? Zaya. What do you want to? What's his name now? You want to be called Zaya, something like that? Come on.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Most High.
Come on.
That take counsel, but not of me.
Really?
And that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit.
Right. So this is the cover that our people take on. Okay, the wisdom, the Most High said the wisdom of this world is foolishness with him. Okay, majority of our people, they believe in a white Christ. Okay, the mentality of this world. Come on.
Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Most High, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with covering, but not of my spirit.
Come on.
That they may add sin to sin.
That they may add sin to sin. So that's a sin. Okay, when you have these books, the Bible is yes, it's same-sex marriage. These are evangelists. These are actual pastors that now, at one time, used to be against gay marriage. Now teaching that it's lawful to the Most High, that you can go ahead and be in a gay marriage and serve the Creator. Okay, so these are things that's being taught in society. A lot of our people are getting swayed with these lies. Come on.
That walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth.
Right, so America's known as that modern day Egypt. Right, and just as our forefathers, they looked to leave ancient Egypt. Okay, so should our mindset be as well, that we want to leave this modern day Egypt? Because we say, oh, we're waiting for Yahweh Shah to come back. Guess what? Guess who's really waiting? Who's really doing the waiting? He's waiting. Because why? We have made America our rest. We're trying to make ourselves comfortable in our captivity. So when we really get to the point where we actually really crying out to the Most High that we want to be redeemed, that's going to be the time that we're going to be saved. But how can we be saved when we don't feel like there's a need to be rescued out of America? It's impossible. When our forefathers cried out to the Most High, okay, they rent their clothes. Okay, they were always in mourning because they knew that it had to be an exodus. But look at our people. You see them on YouTube, popping bottles, going to the club. Okay. Like the scriptures say in the last days, says what? They're going to be given to marriage and all type of things in these last days, and these are the times. But the Mashiach Yahushua said this. He said what? I'm going to come like what? A thief in the night. When a thief is coming to rob you, is he going to warn you? So a lot of people are going to be caught off guard in the time of the Mashiach Yahushua when he makes his second return. Read on.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 2. That walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt.
Right. So a lot of our people put their trust in this American system. You feel you got your stocks and bonds. Okay. Hear people talking about, well, when I retire. Listen, they're already talking about the Medicare. But if we still here, by the time some are ready to actually get Medicare, there's no money going to be there. So all the money they taking out of your check every 2 weeks, when it's time for you to get it back, it's not going to be no money there. I have people complaining now because I'm doing the Medicare. People complaining now. People work all their lives. Now they got to be worried about health care. Huh. Well, all that's going away. And really, the Social Security, you got some, I talked to some elder people, some of them getting $300, $400, $500 a month. How do you live off of $500 a month? You're paying rent, utilities, food. How do you do it? Okay, and these are people who work 20, 30 years. Okay, some people that were lucky are able to work with a company, maybe have a 401k or some type of pension that they actually may get a pension plus their Social Security. But if you're just getting Social Security, you finish. Then you got some of them looking at some of these health plans. You know, some of these health plans, they give you what you have preventive dental and you have comprehensive dental. So now preventive dental, you just get regular cleaning, right? X-ray, stuff like that. At that age, you need like comprehensive, like implants, dentures. Majority don't cover it. So now what they have to do, they have to end up spending more money to get a more comprehensive plan, which money they don't have. But a lot of people, they don't understand this until you actually get to that age of 65 when you start applying for all these things. So this system is set up against our people. That's why Esau has his thing. We have in place. I tell a lot of people about the financial service, about the life insurance, and they have other things out there that will, have you financially secure while you don't want to find yourself in a position like that while we're still here in this kingdom. Okay, we just need to think smart, just like a lot of stuff was withheld from us in a society. But now we're living in an information society right now. If you don't know about something, it's just that you are being ignorant to certain things, that you just don't want to know about it. You gonna say something? Right. Yeah, 67 years old, they greet you at Walmart. That means that what? They did not set up anything financially in place. Right? So we gotta think smarter. Those of us that are the children of the light, okay, we gotta think better than that. That we don't find ourselves in those predicaments. Come on.
Verse 3, Isaiah 30, verse 3. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion.
Right, so a lot of our people that put their trust in America are going to be put to shame in these last days. Okay? And I'm on the job talking to these people. Listen, Donald Trump is going to get reelected. Don't even think about this whole game. They say they're gonna what they say they're gonna impeach Donald Trump. That was a whole. You know how much money they wasted? Millions of taxpayers' money. And a lot of you sitting down there, yeah, we getting Trump out of here. No. The powers that be put Donald Trump in office. You know how much they wasted millions of taxpayers' money. You know how many people could have got housing and money could have been put into education. Okay, so if they didn't impeach him, you know, they're telling you right now they are re-electing Donald Trump. Okay, Donald Trump is the mouthpiece of white America.
That's right.
Okay, he's speaking for the ones that want to call you the N-word in your face, that really don't have the really scared. But when they hear Donald Trump say, they waving their hand in their hair, they shaking. Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he did a third term. Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking,
You know what I mean? Because all you gotta do right before the term ends is start a war. They can't switch during war. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he can change it. Like I think
right.
Barack Obama tried to, or Bush, one of them tried to change it, but I don't know.
It didn't happen. Okay.
They can actually, the president can change it to make another term, because Bloomberg did it when he was mayor of New York City. I think Bloomberg, he was there for like 3 terms. I think he changed it when he was mayor. Huh? When he did what? I'm not really sure. But the president can take an executive order and change it if he feels like if they go on to war, because they are going to war. We already know that's evident that America's going to war. Come.
There's no changing of the guard in martial law.
Right. So we know that all these things are going into place. If martial law comes out, the president stays the same. Okay. We already know that they have concentration camps set up in Atlanta. They got the body bags. Okay. If you watch on YouTube, they have these barbed wired holding places that they have the barbed wires facing inward. Okay. If a barbed wire should be facing outward if you're trying to prevent somebody from coming in. But the barbed wire is facing inward, because why? Once they start putting people in there, they won't be able to get out. Okay. So they're already in preparation. See, our people are still trying to make it rich here in America. Everybody's got a get rich quick scheme. Okay. If you have something in place, that helps benefit the nation, going forward. There's so many things out there that we're lacking in the system. Right? Come on.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 4.
Come on.
For his princes were at Zoan, and his ambassadors came to Hanes. They were all ashamed of a people that could not profit them, nor be an help, nor profit, but a shame and also a reproach.
Right. So our people are going to be ashamed in these last days. Why? Because they put their trust in America. We got to put our trust in the Most High, Ramashak Yahushua. Okay. Rehearse these righteous acts. Okay. This is our only recourse in these last days, to find mercy. Just give me one last verse. We go on this new moon. Revelations 14 and 12. How many people? Everybody here has a passport, right? Who does not have a passport? Okay, why not? Get a passport. Passport is $120. Tax time. No reason not to get a passport. Okay. In the Islam faith, okay, it's mandatory in Islam to do a pilgrimage to go to Mecca. Okay. We should go visit Zion. The scriptures tell you when Israel starts to go back home, the other nations not going to want to be there no more, because they have a perpetual hatred for us. So if we don't desire to go to our land, why are we mad if the other nations they're dwelling there? Okay, we going to Barbados, we going to Jamaica, we going to Trinidad, we going to Haiti, but we don't want to go to Israel. Why? Come. Yeah. Ezekiel 20.
Chapter 40.
20 verse 41, 40 and 41.
Okay. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 20, and verse 40.
Mm-hmm.
For in mine holy mountain, in the mountain of the height of Israel, saith the Most High, the power, there shall all the house of Israel, all of them in the land, serve me. There will I accept them.
Wait a minute, read that again.
Okay. For in my holy mountain, in the mountain of the height of Israel, saith the Most High, that power, there shall all the house of Israel, all of them in the land.
Right, it said there in Israel. When we start to desire to go home, okay, then the Most High will give us back that land. But we have over here making America our rest, and we want to be here. We want to have fun. We want to help make Esau, make America great again. It's not happening. Hold on. The young sister. That's Ezekiel 20 verse 40.
20 verse 40.
What did you say, sir? I mean, the Arabs, they know we're the real children of Israel. They know we're the real Jews. A lot of them, they say welcome home. Okay. I mean, a couple of videos we met a guy. What was that? We met. What did he say? He was from the Netherlands or somewhere. We met him over there. He said he knows that we're the children of Israel. Okay, and they're ready to serve us. Okay, but we got to take back our heritage, right? And it doesn't matter what the fake Jews. I could care less what they think. I mean, they give us a hard time at the airport. Okay, it never fails. I'm always anticipating what they're gonna ask me this time. Who bought your ticket? Why are you here? Why did you name your son that name? Okay. I mean, the silliest questions, right? But we have to, before we can physically go to Israel, we got to spiritually get our minds right to spiritually leave this land, the customs of this world. Okay, we got to grow out to the Most High. Let the Most High know that we want to leave here, or do we really want to leave here, or we just talking? We're talking a good talk. Okay, read on.
We had Ezekiel chapter 20 verse 40.
Come on.
For in my holy mountain, in the mountain of the height of Israel,
Come on,
saith the Most High, the power, there shall all the house of Israel, all of them in the land, serve me.
Right, so we're going to serve the Most High. We're not really serving the Most High here. Okay, we're rehearsing the righteous acts. Okay, when we go to Israel on the Shabbat, everything is shut down. If you don't get your stuff together, provision, anything like that, you're out of luck. Everything is shut down. It's a ghost town on the Sabbath. It's not like here, everybody's partying, stores open. Okay, you leave here early on Saturday, you go catch the last part of the sale. There's none of that in Israel. Okay, come on.
There will I accept them, and there will I require your offerings and your first fruits of your oblations with all your holy things.
So he said, there I will accept them in your oblations. Okay, like I said, we were rehearsing the righteous acts here. This place is filthy in America. Okay, mingle amongst all the heathens, all the other nations. Come on.
Verse 41. I will accept you with your sweet Savior when I bring you out from the people.
When you do what?
Bring you out from the people.
So what is that about these? You have some congregations that have nations in their congregation. Okay. Trying to intermingle, have them in this. There's a time and place for that. When Israel is reestablished back in rulership, then will the nations be able to serve. Okay. But this right now is Israel being gathered together to the Most High, not with the other nations. We can't be convocating with the other nations. Why does it read that again?
Verse 41, Ezekiel 20 and verse 41. I will accept you with your sweet Savior when I bring you out from the people.
So which peoples are talking about? The other nations. Okay. Some of our people, they know they're Israel. They don't, they may go to a Jewish synagogue because they don't know who they really are. They think they're converting to being a Jew. Okay, you have some of them in these churches. You got all these different Chinese, Japanese, Africans, all these different people in the church, saying they're all serving the Savior. The Most High said He's going to bring us out from these people, these other nations. The Most High don't want us around these other nations. The Most High told us in Deuteronomy 7th chapter. He said, "What? Don't make any marriages. Don't make any covenant with these other nations." Come on.
I will accept you with your sweet Savior when I bring you out from the people and gather you out of the countries wherein ye have been scattered, and I will be sanctified in you before the heathen.
Right, before the nations. Okay, the Most High said He's raising up an army right under their noses. And He said the saints of the Most High are going to do what? We're going to take the kingdom.
That's right.
So many of you brothers are here is being raised up in the Most High's army. Okay. What is the Most High waiting for? What's holding back the destruction of America? What's holding back the destruction of America? Right, 140. It's 12,000 each tribe, right? The 144,000. Once the 144,000 man is sealed, all hell's going to break loose in America. That's why you see us in the highways and the byways. We out there putting His word out there. When 144,000 man is sealed, all hell is going to break loose. The 144,000 is the ruling government of Israel and all throughout the planet Earth. Okay, but we got to get ourselves ready. That's why I tell brothers, you have the 2/3, you have 1/3, you have the 144,000, right? I tell brothers, strive for 144,000. At least if you don't make the 144, you still fall in 1/3 slot. But if you're just trying to make it to the 1/3, what's under the 1/3? 2/3. It's a thin line between 1/3 and 2/3. So that's why we got to constantly make our election sure. Okay. We got to make our election sure. Many are called, but what? Few are chosen. So why enter into a race to come in last place? When you take a test, do you take a test to get 50%? You want to get 100%, right? Okay. So run this race, run it like Usain Bolt. You understand? But it says what? The race is not for the swift, but what? For those who can endure. I mean, we've seen a lot of people come and go. People come in and, some people have excuses, whatever. But this word is not built for everybody. This word is not built for everybody. But give me the Revelation 14:12.
Let me finish it.
Okay.
Verse 42. And ye shall know that I am the Most High, thy power, when I shall bring you into the land of Israel, into the country for the which I lift up my hand to give it to your fathers.
Right, so you got the rest of the remnant that's going to be, listen, there's going to be some Israel that's over there already, getting stuff established. Remember, the Ark of the Covenant, all that stuff is here. That stuff got to be going to be found. Right? So the Most High waits for that certain time. Jeremiah, because remember they try to trace him. We read about when he went to go hide it. They would follow him and try to see where he was putting it. Okay. So certain spirits have to be in the land to make certain prophecies go into play. And then everything else will fall in order afterwards. Okay. But mentally, we got to get ourselves right. If you don't have your passport, get your passport. Take a trip. Okay. When you was in the world, you had the Christmas fund. What did you do after so-called Christmas? What did you start? The next day, you started setting aside money for next year Christmas, right? So put your money aside and save to take that pilgrimage. Okay. Take that pilgrimage. Give me Revelation 14 and 12.
The book of Revelation, chapter 14 and verse 12. Revelation 14, verse 12. Here is the patience of the saints.
Of the who?
Of the saints.
So who are the saints when you read the Bible? Israel, right? Read that again.
Here is the patience of the saints.
Come on.
Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High.
They do what?
Keep the commandments of the Most High.
They keep the commandments of Yah. Come on.
And the faith of a Mashiach Yahushua.
And the faith of a Mashiach Yahushua. So there's a balance, okay? To keeping the commandments and the faith of a Mashiach Yahushua. Because we know that faith without works is dead. But we're not fully justified by the law, the letter of the law. But we rehearse the law through the faith of Hamashiach Yahushua. But we know Yahushua is going to the Father for us. We do everything by Hashem, Hamashiach Yahushua, because we know he's going to the Father on our behalf. He's our mediator. Okay. So we're here for the new moon. This is the beginning of our months. So we ask that the Most High bless us, throughout this month, any desire that we have in spirit and in truth. Bless our hands, that we prosper, that, keep infirmities away from us. Okay. So we're good now.
You can get numbers.
Numbers 10, verse 10. Also, in the day of your gladness and in your solemn days and in the beginning of your months, you shall blow with the trumpets over your burnt offerings and over the sacrifices of your peace offerings, that ye may be to you for a memorial before Yahweh. I am Yahweh, your power.
Right. So the Most High want us to blow these trumpets, man. Blow the trumpets up. Be in gladness. We're not supposed to come in here and strive, or we got a problem with one of our brothers, or a sister have a problem with another sister. This is not the time, to be, at aught with each other. We should be dwelling in brotherhood and in sisterhood. Khan? Right. This is what the new moon is all about. It's a coming together of a gladness, right? We have another important new moon coming up, right? Which one is that? What's the next new moon? Anybody know? The new moon of the new year has a name. What's the name? All right, let's get it. Deuteronomy 16, verse 1. Deuteronomy 16, verse 1. Slack. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 16, verse 1.
Of a bib, Yahweh thy power brought thee forth out of Egypt by night.
Right. So the Most High is reminding us again when we read the Torah that in the month of Abib is going to be the what? The Passover. That's the first month of the year. Then we count from that month, from that new moon, 14 and 15 days, we get the Passover. Okay? So now we're getting ready to start celebrating the Passover. A lot of us are taking out that journey over to Israel. Hallelujah. Right, that's a good thing. As the priest was bringing out that, you get your passport. I know that when I first came into this word, I know the priest was like on my back about. I ain't gonna lie, man. As coming up in his word, being very new into it, the priest was riding me, man, for real, straight up. I'm gonna tell you like it is. Every time he saw me, Shabbat come, got that passport yet? Did you fill out the application for the passport? You at least could do that if you don't have the money, right? He's like, maybe I could meet you halfway. He was on me, and then one day I was in Palm Beach, and Palm Beach has this huge post office, and I just said, and I had the money in my pocket. I said, I got to be a fool to pass the post office and don't get this passport. I went right in there and said, I don't care about the phone bill. I don't care if my phone get cut off. I'm going to get this passport. So, hopefully, it may not be this year, but I pray, next year, definitely, that I'll take that journey with them back home to Israel. Hallelujah.
If this is not the last one.
No. If this is not the last one, hallelujah.
I mean, even like you gotta understand that Esau might put something in place that make it harder for you to get a passport.
Right.
Because if they noticing that a lot of us get a passport, they may put something in place that to try to prevent you. Because there was one time, like many years ago, my father used to do immigration, right? There used to be a time that you can easily get your citizenship. Right, he used to have a center where he used to have like Haitian and Cuban refugees. When they used to come over, he used to help them get their paperwork straight. Wow. Back then, you can easily get it done. Now you can't do it.
Right.
So while it's possible to get these things done, do it, because Esau might put something in place that may prevent you from getting a passport. So don't take it for granted. Then when you really want to take a trip, you can't take a trip because you can't get the passport. So get it while you can. It's what, $100, $120, $130. A lot of you file your taxes, get your passport.
I know Esau puts that thing with, like, if you owe child support, anything over $2,500, right, they're not allowing you to get.
Right, but you can do some type of make some type of payment arrangement.
Right. Do a payment arrangement. And
right. If you just violating, it's like, I'm not paying you nothing, of course, they're not gonna give you shit. But if you go down there and make some type of arrangement, start paying them some monthly, try to get your thing back, you can get it done.
Hallelujah. So, next month, it will be the month of Abib, and then we're going to have the Passover. So this week, we're going to be talking about that and the dues and how much and where we're going to be having to place that. So we can get the Psalms 81. So what we do with the Psalms, right? I know some of you maybe new. Who in here for the first time? First time keeping the new moon, raise your hand. Hallelujah. All right, get a Most High hand. First time. All right, hallelujah. All right. So what we do, this is the beginning of our months. We're in the 12th month. It's called Adar. And in this month, we're going to be keeping, the Purim and the Nicanor, right? So what we do with the Psalms, we will read, as the men, we'll start off reading each verse. We only have 16 verses, so of course we're gonna run out. So we will ask the men to, when it comes to you and it's time for you to read in Psalms 81, just speak loudly, so everyone can hear you. Khan?
Listen, for those of you that this is your first time, maybe keeping new moon, or first time
right,
in a Hebrew convocation. This is serious. This is serious matter, because Satan is upset right now that you actually are desiring your heritage, desiring to serve the true and living power. Right? That you're looking to cast away the things of the darkness of this world. That you want to come into the light. Right? So this is not a religion. This is coming back to your true identity, your true culture. That you are tapping into the power, the spirit of the Most High, Mashiach Yahushua. Okay, we have to more often like think on the terms of how Yahushua taught, how he thought, because Christ said, he said, "What? I speak not my words, but the words of my Father which sent me." Right. So we gotta transition from that carnal spirit to the spiritual world. Okay, by thinking in the spirit. Okay, and that comes by rehearsing, because a lot of brothers spend all this time on YouTube, right? All these videos. Yeah, a lot of these videos, they're informational, but at the end of the day, a lot of people don't know how to live a life of a Hebrew servant, keeping commandments, the holy convocations. Knowing how to interact with your brother and sister. We go through things here, but we make up to break up. Okay, we go through things. We may offend each other. We have counsels. We have, talks. You have aught with your brother, because why? The Passover is like the minister brought up. Passover's coming up. If you have aught with your brother, you got to resolve that before the Passover.
Right.
Everybody understand that? If you have a sister, if you have an issue with a sister, or brother have an issue with a brother, you have to resolve that before the Passover. You can't come to the Passover having issues, okay, with a fellow Israelite, because you'll be eating that Passover to damnation. Okay, you'll be bringing sin upon yourself.
Right.
So these things are very serious. Okay, coming back, because it's not enough to say, "Well, I'm a Hebrew Israelite," right? Are you doing the things that the Most High commanded of you? Right. A lot of you come in, you might see a person here 1 week, couple of weeks, you might not see that person, because no seat is guaranteed to anyone. Right. My seat is not guaranteed. That's why brothers be telling me, "Priest, it's time for you to, sit down and relax." And no, I don't have no confirmed seat. Okay. I don't know if I have a confirmed seat. That's why I'm still out here working. Okay, if anybody tells you got brothers on videos talking about they second in command under Christ, and they this person, that person, they say, "Well, this is the only school that got the truth," they telling you a lie.
That's right.
The Most High is going to take a remnant, okay, a remnant of Hebrews out of each congregation that he sees that's worshiping Him in spirit and in truth. There's not going to be just one congregation that the Most High is going to come back and save. Anybody tells you that, they're lying to you. Okay, I think pretty much we're the only congregation that we don't have no reins on anybody. Okay, a lot of you venture out, you go to other schools, but you come back. Why? Because there's nothing solid over there. Okay, there's nothing solid. People be selling you a pipe dream in these other places. Okay, never once have you heard us say here in LOZ that we got 100%, that we know everything. Okay, with the young brother, what's his name, Naquam in Maryland, called me one day. He said, he's like, "You're the first person I've seen on a video to tell somebody I don't know." Because he's a brother on the video, they'll come on and they'll try to make up an answer to a question, knowing that they probably made it up. If I don't know something, I'll tell you I don't know. I'll find out. Okay, so when we come amongst our people, we gotta have humility. Where in the Bible did you see that the Most High dealt with anybody that had a proud spirit? Where? Who did the Most High always deal with? A person of what type of spirit? A humble spirit, right? So we got to use that as an example, as a blueprint. If you do anything else, you're putting yourself in a wrong position. Okay, you're putting yourself in the wrong position. Don't come all the way to the race and don't make it to the finish line. So I want to commend the brothers and sisters that came in for the first time. Continue to come and seek your true identity. Okay, to be transformed into the man and woman that the Most High calls us to be. Because this society is I don't know what the hell they're doing. When a 12 or 11-year-old can sit his parents down and tell him, like, "Listen, this is what I want. I want to cut off my rod. I want to be a girl." And Okay, that's madness. And then Dwayne Wade, he said, yeah, he sat me down and he educated me. What the hell is going on here?
Something's not right.
What the hell is going on here?
Something's not right. Yeah.
Right. But I heard somebody saying that a lot of parents, they try to live their. Then he said what he said that Gabrielle Union, she's the backbone of the family. She's the backbone of the family. She's the man in the house.
Well, you know what's going on with that right there. Huh?
Yeah.
We got to keep it holy, though. You know what I mean? You already know what's going on with that. So we're not going to go no further into that. We're going to keep it holy tonight. Hallelujah. Yeah, it's a sad thing to see that go down, especially when it go down with our people. And then you see other people jumping on. Trust me, this is about money. You see the game. This guy's gangster. Come from the streets. All of a sudden, he co-signing this thing. You know he must be getting a check somewhere. He ain't made no record in I don't know how long. Where's records at? Right. So that's true too. It's a lot of, and now everybody's making this coming out day, this Me Too era. So
who was that actress that came out? Well, she was a Hispanic. What was her name? What was her name? She's Northern Tribe. I forgot. She came out. Oh, they coming out like. No, not Jennifer Lopez. Well, she probably is too. I mean, she's from around the block, so who knows? That's Jenny from around the block. No, she was huh? Yeah. She in Training Day. Listen, because even the game, like a lot of these guys, they got these clothing lines, right? So who controls the whole fashion industry?
Right.
Okay. So now, of course, if you want to get that check, you can't go against them.
Yeah, you can finish.
Okay.
Against them.
So these guys, they got to fall in line. What's her name? Oh, Rosario. Yeah, she's Northern Tribe. Like another one bites the dust. So, all right. So let's go into Psalms
Right.
81.
Right.
All right, brothers. So gird up yourselves. Scripture say, gird up yourselves, gird up your loins like a man. Okay. So don't be afraid of the Satan's going to throw them fiery darts at you. Things are going to happen in your life that maybe you never seen before. Okay. But you got to lean on your brothers and lean on your sisters for support, for help. Because you try to isolate yourself, you be at home like, I'm just going to stay to myself. Guess what? Satan's playing on you. Okay. You gotta come that your brothers and sisters bear your infirmities with you. When you read the scriptures, when people were lamenting, you have people that went with you, that you were in pain, they was in pain and sorrow too.
Job was one.
Right. So Israel in whole is an example of Job, the things that we go through in this society. So we got to continue to walk, to make our election sure, to endure, okay, to endure the things that we go through. Okay. Because the things that we go through, a lot of us would not even be here today if we did not go through certain things in our lives. Okay. It's certain things that we experienced in life that made us appreciate this word today, correct? Some of our children that were born into this, they don't really understand because they were born into it. So some of them may still have to experience certain things to really to love this truth. See, we came into this because we went through many things in life that we know that, listen, this is what it is. Our children being born into it, but they don't really understand it until they start seeing what's really going on in life. But it's a blessing to have this word.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
So
Psalms 81 and 1.
So that means stay right here.
Don't go nowhere.
Don't go nowhere. That's right. Psalms 81. When the minister pick it up, Chief?
Minister. Psalms 81 1.
Psalms 81, verse 1. Sing a Lord unto Yahweh, our strength. Make a joyful noise unto the power of Yahweh.
Take a psalm and bring hither the timbrel, the pleasant harp with the psaltery.
Blow up the trumpet in the new moon, in the time appointed on our solemn feast day.
For this is a statute for Israel and a law of the Most High of Jacob.
This he ordained Joseph for a testimony when he went out through the land of Egypt, where I heard a language that I understood not.
I removed his shoulder from the burden. His hands were delivered from the pots.
Thou callest in trouble, and I delivered thee. I answered thee in the secret places of thunder. I proved thee at the waters of Meribah. Salah.
Hear, O my people, and I will test upon thee, O Israel, if thou wilt hearken unto me.
There shall no strange God be in thee, neither shalt thou worship any strange God.
I am Yahweh thy power, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt. Open thy mouth wide, and I will fill it. But my people would not hearken my voice, and Israel would none of me.
So I gave them unto their own heart lust, and they walk in their own counsel.
Oh, that my people had hearkened unto me, and Israel had walked in my way.
I shall soon have subdued their enemies and turn themselves, to turn my hand against them. Oh, yes.
The angels of the Most High shall have submitted themselves unto him, but their time shall have endured forever.
He should have fed them also with the finest of the wheat and with the honey out of the rock. Should I have satisfied thee?
All right. Bahashem, Hamashak, Yahawashai, the water, Yad, Aman. Get the Most High hand, man. All right. All right, hallelujah. Once again, the water for everyone coming out, keeping the 12th new moon with us. We're going to set up the closing prayer. We're going to praise the Most High. And we're going to dwell in brotherhood and sisterhood.
Let me one last precept for
Okay.
Psalm 94 and 16.
The book of Psalms, chapter 94, verse 16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?
Right, so the Most High is asking this question. Okay, so today you're going to make a choice. Are you going to stand up for righteousness? Or are you going to just going to fold with all the things of the society, what they having this transgender movement? Okay, they're getting you to, we have one extra day this month for Black History Month. It's 29 days, right?
Oh, shit.
You got an extra day, right? It's normally 28 days in February. So you have one extra day for Black History Month, right? But are you going to make that stand that you're going to stand up for righteousness? Because they're pushing all these things, a lot of us are still, a lot of women were still looking for Valentine's gift that in this truth. Maybe felt away because they didn't get any flowers, anything like that. So we gotta transition ourselves. We gotta stand up for the righteousness of the Most High, right? and be that example, because the best way to teach somebody this truth is what? By being an example. Okay, because we can quote scriptures all day, but at the end of the day, people are gonna watch what we say, what we do, what we eat, what we wear. Okay, if we're in the oracles of the Most High, while Mashiach Yahushua. So, make that stand for this Bible. Make this stand. They're doing away with the Bible. I think California, they banned the Bible. Certain countries, they're banning the Bible. Okay, this is our defense. This is our mechanism. This is our blueprint to the Most High, one Mashiach Yahushua. So follow this. It said what the minister opened up with that, Romans 15:4, that this book was written for our learning. It was written aforetime. There's no reason to reinvent the wheel, to do something new. Just follow what our forefathers did. Follow what they did, okay? And they were victorious every time. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
All right, Madiam Wakanya Makadan.
Hallelujah. 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 Who's the power? Who's the power? Ba'ashem. Ba'ashem. All praise be to God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, for his mercy truly endure forever. God, we thank you for giving us this holy convocation. We ask that you bless those that are here today. We ask that you bless the food they're about to receive, may be bountiful to our body as the words to our soul. We ask that you bless the water, the yayan, the wine, the strong drink. Well, no strong drink. The yayan, the soft drinks. Right, bless all the souls that are here to commune and take forth in that holy word, and just being the brotherhood and sisterhood. We thank thee for the brother and the sisterhood. There are many Hebrews that are in the diaspora, that different states of this USA that don't have a congregation. We thank thee for giving us this place of worship, that we may commune in the brotherhood and sisterhood of Yahweh. Be with our families. Bless us this month. Let our hands prosper. Let no weapon form against us prosper. Always then we ask and pray and give thanks by Hashem, Hamashiach Yahushai, Dwaratam Yad, Amen. Hallelujah. The Most High have.
I thought you was going to sing. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Let's get it. In the mouth of babes, Yahweh perfected praise. In the mouth of babes, Yahweh perfected praise. In the mouth of babes, Yahweh perfected praise. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Everybody, let's go. In the mouth of babes, Yahweh perfected praise. In the mouth of babes, Yahweh perfected praise. In the mouth of babes, Yahweh perfected praise. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Oh yeah, one more time for the time. In the mouth of babes, Yahweh perfected praise. In the mouth of babes, Yahweh perfected praise. In the mouth of babes, Yahweh perfected praise. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Oh yeah, glory, glory, glory. Let's go. Glory, glory, hallelujah, hallelujah, Yahweh. Worship to be our ruler. Our enemies shall fall right before our feet, while the saints go marching on. For the top, let's go. Glory, glory, hallelujah, hallelujah, Yahweh. Worship to be our ruler. Our enemies shall fall right before our feet, while the saints go marching on. Hello, 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 while the saints go marching on.
while the saints go marching on. While the saints go marching on. Real, let's go. Real. Yahweh shine real to me. Hallelujah. Oh, yeah. Gives me the victory. Many people doubt him, but I can't live without him. That is why I love him so. Yahweh shine real to me. One more time. Real. Yahweh shine real to me. Hallelujah. Oh, yeah. Gives me the victory. Many people doubt him, but I can't live without him. That is why I love him so. Yahweh shine real. There's no power. Let's go. There's no power like Yahweh, great King of the universe, always doing wondrous things. Laid on his rest, sing amen. Sing amen. Hallelujah. Amen. Hallelujah. From the top, one more time. There's no power like Yahweh, great King of the universe, always doing wondrous things. Laid all his rest, singing. Let's count it out from the top. Amen. Hallelujah. Amen. Hallelujah. We gonna count out for the top. Let's count out for the top. Let's go. 1, Abraham. 2, Isaac. 3, Jacob. 4, brothers wake up. 5, to reality. 6, nationality. 10, Israel. Start to creeping in my in my we gonna start it for the top. One more time. Let's go. 1, Abraham. 2, Isaac. 3, Jacob. 4, brothers wake up. 5, to reality. 6, nationality. 10, Israel. Late at night, when I'm sleeping in my spirit, start to creeping in my in my in my in my let's get to heaven. Let's go. When I get to heaven, people gonna say, how'd you earn your living? How you earn your living? How'd you earn your pay? How you earn your pay? And by my side. I carry my Bible by my side. I'm gonna carry my Bible to the day I die. I'm gonna carry my Bible to the day I die. Israel. One more time. Israel. Hallelujah. 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 Praise his name. Hallelujah. Praise his name. Hallelujah. 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 Praise his name. Hallelujah. Praise his name. Hallelujah. Let's go. Whoa, whoa, standing tall, looking good. Standing tall and looking good. Reaching to the neighborhood. Reaching to the neighborhood. Standing tall, looking good. Standing tall and looking good. Reaching to the neighborhood. Reaching to the neighborhood. Whoa, 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 whoa. Standing tall, looking good. Standing tall and looking good. Reaching to the neighborhood. Reaching to the neighborhood. Standing tall, looking good. Standing tall and looking good. Reaching to the neighborhood. Reaching to the neighborhood. Saying, whoa, 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 saying, whoa. Hallelujah. Praise his name. Hallelujah. Praise his name. Hallelujah. 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 Praise his name. Hallelujah. Praise his name. Hallelujah. All praises. So at this time, if anybody has a song they want to sing, to praise the Most High and give him the praise that he is so worthy of. This is the time. If you got a song and you want to sing, and we'll sing along, to praise the Most High, for he's worthy to be praised. For this is the time, if you have a song to sing, to praise the Most High, we'll sing along, because he's worthy to be praised. Anybody got a song that they want to sing? I know you want to sing a song, Kazak. What song you got, Kazak? Kazak, I know you got a song. I know you got a song that you want to sing to praise the Most High. Hallelujah. All praise. So, if there's no, anybody else want to sing a song? No songs out there? I feel motivated to want to sing. For he's worthy to be praised. Right? All praises. Hallelujah. Let's sing one more time. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Standing tall, neighborhood. Preach it to the neighborhood. Standing tall, looking good. Standing tall and looking good. Preach it to the neighborhood. Preach it to the neighborhood. Whoa, 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 all praises. Hallelujah. All right, at this time, we're going to start serving the food. We're going to have the ladies go first. All our sisters, Doc Wath, the occult, is going to go first to get their food. Followed by, also bring the Yelda with you. The Yelda is going to go with the occult, and they're going to get the food. And then we're going to have the Aki come next. All right, all praises. We want to join in brother and sister, musical stylings of LOC, the band. All praises.